Hello survivors, and welcome to another video. In today's video we are going to show you how you can beat the game in a very quick time. We have done this previously on the Sentinel, but it is outdated and doesn't work as much. And we got a comment here from Fireflow. He said the only achievement he needed was the 8-minute achievement, or under 8-minute run. So that's what we're going to do today. We have set up a stage already, we'll show you that, but the runes we're using are going to be Multicast Mastery, Skill Inclination Arcane, Weapon Expert, Recklessness, and Purity. We are using 9 out of 10 runes, which is what you would have if you don't have the under 8-minute achievement. So you only need 9 out of 10, which is fantastic. We are running the Spellblade with his Arcane Scimitar. We're going to be using Arcane Slash and Arcane Overload with Arcane Blade as well, and then we're going to grab a bunch of Swing, Frontal, and Arcane skills just so that we get those upgrades. Now in the video I am going to show you a little bit of tips and tricks which help you get further into Overlord and Endless Cycles, so we are going to do it while we're doing the video at the same time. As you can see, we only have 27 curse intensity. We have taken off all the Void Hunters, the Void Presence, every single thing that gives us the stuff falling from the sky, the meteors. We got rid of all of that, the Void Hunters and the reduced healing. So everything like that is a negative that doesn't affect how many enemies are spawned, we have got rid of. So that leaves us with 27 curse intensity, and we're doing the Dungeons of Despair because it is the easiest map. You could do Frozen Wastelands right now. The Dungeon of Despair, Frozen Wastelands don't have updated enemies or any sort of thing that can get in the way that makes it a little bit harder. So all the enemies are easy to kill, everything's pretty easy, and we're going to do this without using our ascension, just to show that it is very possible to do if you don't have the ascensions or the runes from the ascensions. We didn't use any of the new runes either, so this can be done relatively early. You just need to have all the right skills unlocked already, and in that case it would be having your Arcane Weaver as well as your Spellblade at least Prestige 60, which you should have and can get relatively easy without any rune slots or runes themselves. So those will unlock all the skills you need, as well as the Arcane Inclination, which you get from the Arcane Weaver Prestige, and Arcane Blade you get from the Spellblade, sorry. Now what we're going to do is we're going to banish everything that's uncommon and common in terms of expansive, in terms of your like the multicast and things like that. We do only want the upgrades that are going to be of epic quality, or like the upgrades like this over here, the multicast for this. The rare multicast here is a lot stronger than a rare multicast, or even the epic multicast that is a generalized one. The general multicast only gives you 16% increased multicast as an upgrade for being epic quality, where this is rare quality and it gives you 24%. So that's why we do get rid of them, and it's just going to be very strong. So over here we are going to grab Arcane Assault. It does give us vulnerability as well, which is going to be extremely massive for this. So we're going to keep going and grab the damage over there. There's a huge area of effect for our swing skills. We can grab Arcane Missile, and again, as you can see, we are going to banish the multicast, and we're just going to work on the upgrades for each and every skill. We do just need to find Arcane Blade, but it should be relatively easy to do without that. And now if you are struggling with regards to bosses still, and you are struggling to kill some of them a little bit and things like that, you are more than welcome to grab yourself less bosses during the run as well. You don't need to have all of the bosses. You can have a single boss, it doesn't really matter, as long as you have all of the other upgrades that allow you to get increased as long as you have all of the other curse intensities that allow you to get more monsters as well as elite spawning, you should be able to get under 8 minutes very quickly. The next thing that you do want to make sure is that you do stand in a corner. It doesn't matter which corner you stand in. Obviously in the caves, in the dungeon, if you stand by this wall, you're not going to be able to see enemies that spawn over here. So I suggest if you aren't used to it, maybe try standing in the top left or top right corner and going from there. And now we do, okay, if you don't have all the arcane skills, if you have summon helper elves unlocked, I would recommend using them instead. They are going to be very, very strong, but we also need our arcane blade, which we're then going to remove and use instead of arcane disc. Alright, now we can get rid of the armor we don't need. We can grab one of those, and we've already got 3 dodges. That's more than enough. We don't have the void presence either to have to worry about, so we're just going to go and keep going. We don't need skills anymore. We can get rid of the block, and that's just going to help us now get as much of those rare and epic synergy passives as possible. So let's hope, well, not even epic, it's going to be rare quality, and let's see what we can do from there. If we'd planned on doing like a huge Overlord cycle run and we didn't want to finish in 8 minutes, I would recommend going for something like Commoner and then banishing all these other skills. It's just really, really fun. It makes sure that you do get at least it lowers the pool of upgrades you can get. So it does unfortunately makes you that you can't get exposed weakness, but you will see a lot of these rare and uncommon upgrades a lot more, because you're not going to get them as upgrades in your options. You're gonna see a lot more uncommon and common ones, and then when you banish all those horrible common ones like we did over here, you're going to see a lot more rare and uncommon showing up, and it's going to make you that much stronger more efficiently. So you've got to use less skill points on upgrades for better statistics, if that makes sense. So it's not actually something I ever thought about until it was mentioned on the Discord. Someone mentioned it to me. They said, do this or this in Overlord, and it helps you do get the be more efficient and get better upgrades. And I knew that already, I just never thought about it in this way. So yes, I knew that these upgrades were better, but I never thought about just getting rid of the other ones and making sure that these are the ones that we see more often. So very, very good hint or tip that you may not have thought about or known about in the run. But we are slightly behind in time, I think. We do have to just try and stay in the corner a bit more. We again are not really at risk of dying or anything like that. You are more than welcome to take damage because we are running recklessness, which means the more damage we take, the more damage we do. So we're not really worried about taking damage, and we've got like full healing anyway, so we are able to heal absolutely all the damage that we take anyway. We do just need to get our crit up a bit, and then we also need to get some more stats that are going to make us that little bit stronger, and stay in the corner just to make sure that we do kill things as quickly as possible. Also, if you don't like aiming, you can turn your auto aim off, and you can probably then just stand still and have your character auto aim to the enemies behind you and things like that. So I've got auto aim off, but if you put it on, you do not have to worry about enemies running around. And actually, now that I'm playing the actual build and on the curse intensity that we customized, it actually might be better to not use recklessness and then just go for something else like an executioner or not even generalist, because we don't have that much, but go for something else, because as you can see, even when we do get hurt, because our healing is set to 100% because of the curse, we heal back a lot of the damage taken, and a lot of the damage dealt to us, so we don't have to really worry about using that specific skill. Also, because we are running a low curse and we don't have to worry about movement speed so much, we are going to take Leviathan over here. We will take the high ones, that just makes it so that it increases our damage, without wasting too much of our movement speed. We do still have to kind of be careful of the Fallen King. He does still hurt, and then we can just kill the rest of the bosses. So 5 minutes 25. We are slightly behind schedule. I don't think this is actually looking very good for us. I would have liked to have already killed all of the bosses, at least all of the 16 of them. But let's see what happens. It could be a very, very close one. Hopefully not. Hopefully we are able to get this done and dusted. Otherwise we're going to be in a very, very bad spot. Alright, so as you can see, we did take a lot of damage over there, and I did it on purpose. I stood still just so that we can sort that out. We have a minute or just over a minute to kill 400 enemies and then kill all of the bosses. I don't know if we're going to be able to do it. It's going to be a very close one, and it could be just because of random upgrades. It could be where we're standing, or the fact that we didn't spend enough time sitting in the corners. It could be something like our runes even. So you do have to sometimes look at all of that. Like I mentioned before, we weren't getting hurt a lot, so the fact that I had recklessness in the beginning did waste a lot of our time and our damage. We probably could have got a lot more damage in using a different rune. Even there we did take fatal damage somehow. I don't even know how, but we did. And we are 100 kills away from spawning the bosses. This is going to be an insanely close one, but as you can see, we will probably do it. It just depends on how quickly we can kill those bosses. I might be cheeky and use our ascension, but we got 30 seconds to kill all of them. I think we can do it. Come on, game, love us. Come on, come on, come on, we can do it. There we go, 7 minutes and 36 seconds. We did it with our full arcane build, purity build, where we only had brittle, 3 things that dealt other things. And I actually think I took doom and ice, which was a bit silly of me. I didn't. Okay, cool. So I never even took that, which worked out to be perfect. So there is your 8 minutes on a custom curse. That is the fastest I've ever done it with this curse intensity. Arcane Blade and Arcane Overload definitely putting in the work over there. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future. And just before we go, something interesting to take note of. Even though Arcane Blade dealt the most DPS, look how many times it actually hit enemies. So very, very good skill, very, very strong, because it is a stacking skill. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video, and always remember, keep safe, survivors. Until next time, cheers.